Yeah, I see you on the other side of that bush. I know you think you got a brush gun, right? And you're going to take the shot, aren't you? Well, go ahead. Pow! Oh no! Oh! I hate the taste of WD-40. Hi, George here, and welcome to Tales from Target Suite, where I'll share my perspective on guns and shooting, and we'll spend some time at the range. And every now and then we'll reconvene out in my shop back in Houston or here at the farm in Louisiana, where I'll build some fun projects, and we'll share an adventure or two that'll make even a grown man smile. And in today's video, we are going to revisit the subject of the best brush gun cartridge. And why would you say, why you ask, is it worth another visit? And I'll just say this, that there were a lot of questions, there was a lot of discussion, and obviously a lot of interest about the brush gun cartridge. And so, and plus, we failed in a couple of the tests. And one of the failures was right here, and it's the 44 Magnum. And I really felt like the 44 Magnum was going to do really well when it came to an accidental or incidental impact with brush. And when I say brush, I'm talking about not a bush that we shoot through. I'm talking about that twig that's in the way, or the vine that's laying across the line of sight that the shooter doesn't see. That's the kind of, when I talk about brush, that's what I'm referring to. That said, if you stick around to the end of the video, I'm going to pull out something, and we are going to shoot through the bush, and I think it's going to be fun. You need to stick around for that. But back to this guy here, the 44 Magnum. Today, we're going to shoot some hard cast 44 Magnum hand loads. This red lipstick on the end is actually an Acme bullet, round nose, flat point, and fairly hot loads. And so we're going to reshoot that segment with the hard cast bullets. The other problem we had in last week's video was the Henry would not stabilize the Acme, same, it's a different caliber, but the same Acme bullet, hard cast. The Henry rifle, the Henry 4570, wouldn't stabilize these bullets. As I said, we had lots and lots of comments, and there were lots of guys that asked me, if you're in the brush, how come you're not shooting slugs? And so here we are, and I thought I could bring out my vintage, my 1950, I forget what year it is exactly, but a 1950 some odd vintage Model 12 gauge pump and shoot some slugs. But that's hardly a brush gun. And my son happened to leave his Beretta 1301 tactical here at the farm. And so we're going to use this guy, because it really is a pretty nice brush gun, even though it's tactical, and it's got a ghost ring sight, holds quite a few rounds there, and so we're going to use this guy and shoot some slugs and see how they do going through the coupons. The Foster slugs that we're going to use are dead soft lead. In other words, these are the opposite of hard cast. Foster slugs are very soft, and so I have a feeling when they hit anything, they're going to distort greatly, and it's going to upset those slugs. So we'll see, though. I was surprised last week. I may be surprised again with the Foster slugs out of the Beretta 1301 tactical. So let me get set up. Let's get shooting and see what we find. And again, if you stick around to the end of the video, I've got a surprise for you. And we are going to bust through some brush, and it's going to be fun. So stick around. Okay, just like in last week's test, we're going to start with a blank target. I'm going to shoot 3 rounds just to find out where the center of the group should be without any coupons. And I don't have enough of the old dried out coupons that we used last week to shoot the entire test. And so what I'm going to do for the 44 Magnum is I'm actually going to shoot double deflection here. First, I'm going to shoot 3 rounds, or after I shoot my my test group, I'm going to shoot 3 shots through the same coupons that we used last week, and then I'm going to mark those three shots, and then I'm going to shoot 3 more using some new coupons. These are sticks that I cut this morning, and so they're still really green. I would argue about the same hardness as the Yopon Holly that I used last week, but they are green, and so I don't know if they're going to make a difference. And we'll record that just one time here with the 44 Magnum, and then we'll shoot all the rest of the shots will be through these green coupons. So let me get started. I got to get eyes and ears. Then we'll get started. We'll shoot these 3 groups and see where that leaves us. Okay, again, we're shooting the Marlin model 1894 44 Magnum. I'm going to shoot 3 shots just at the target to find the center of our group, and then we'll start deflecting. All right, just like last time, I'm going to go down and I'm going to put an outline around the 3 shots that we did with no coupons in the way, and that way we can tell the other shots where they land. So let me go down and mark those, and we'll be back and set up some coupons. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is shoot 3 coupons, 3 of the dried coupons, the ones we used last week. And I've got one in the fixture right now, and we'll shoot those 3, and then we'll put the green coupons in, and we'll shoot those 3. Now I'm going to do 3 shots with these green coupons. Okay guys, here's a close look at that, another close look at that Winchester 1886. Wow, it is one pretty rifle. Very historic firearm. And a lot of guys are, they don't have a taste for the Japanese Winchesters and Japanese Brownings, and all I got to say is that for a quality rifle, the Moroku factory in Japan makes a really nice firearm, really nice. And so let me get to shooting. I'm going to shoot 3 rounds on paper, get the group that we want, and then we'll put some coupons down there. So here we are with a 12 gauge Beretta 1301 Tactical. This is a really nice firearm, very light. And so for you guys that are defining a brush gun as easy to swing, lightweight, and powerful, I'll tell you the Beretta 1301 is a pretty good choice. And you know, with the Foster slugs, two and 3/4 inch, 1,560 feet per second, a 1 ounce slug. I believe that's 440 grains. And so it puts it on the same power level as the 4570. So anyway, let me get some round sound range. We're going to shoot that 3-shot group, then put some. Actually, we're going to shoot a 2-shot group because I have only got 5 of the slugs. So we're going to shoot a 2-shot group to figure out point of impact, and then we'll shoot 3 through the coupons. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'll go down range, mark those, come back and shoot 3 with a coupon. Okay, that was the 12 gauge Foster slug. Let me go collect that target, and then maybe we'll shoot some more. Let me see. Okay, I'm sitting here with the Henry again, and you're probably wondering why the Henry. Well, the Henry is obviously a better brush gun because it's short and light, has a much shorter barrel than the 1886. And why did I bring it out? Well, we're going to talk about the results with the Acme hardcast bullets coming out of the 1886 after they hit the brush. We're going to talk about that at the end. But let me just say, it gave me a reason to want to shoot the few bullets that I have left, and I'm running out of bullets. So we had the 300 grain jacketed hollow points that we shot in the last video that did fairly well, surprisingly so. I think a lot of us were surprised at how well they did. Well, now I've got 5 rounds, 350 grain round nose. These are Hornady bullets, round nose soft point, and we're going to shoot those and see how they do, see if they do any better than the 300 grain bullets did coming out of the Henry. So let's get shooting. I'm going to shoot just like I did with the slugs. I'm going to shoot 2 for group, and then we'll shoot 3 through the coupons. Sorry about that out of focus segment, but I'm going to go mark out that target, and then we'll shoot our 3 rounds at the coupons. Okay, 3 shots at the coupons with the 350 grain round nose jacketed bullet from Hornady. Let me just say, I hope I don't ever do this much shooting of the 4570 from the bench again, because it's just not fun. Standing up is not nearly as bad. So if you guys are seeing me being punished here with the 4570, just keep in mind that when you're standing up, it's not nearly as bad. Your body's just much better able to absorb the recoil. So let me go collect the targets. Well, I'll tell you, doing tests for YouTube, it's tough because things never work out exactly like you had hoped. It is hard to do tests on YouTube, especially if you don't have a chance to practice and see what kind of data you're going to get first, and then make adjustments. And so let me just show you the worst target so far, the worst target of the day, and that's the 44 Magnum 4570 combination target. That's a mess. And I'll just say we learned two things here. This is the second time that we've had I'll call failures with the Acme hardcast bullets because they deflected the most. This target has big deflections with the 45-70 and big deflections with the 44 Magnum, because those were the two bullets that we loaded today initially in the 45-70. The other data point we have from this target is that I shot both green coupons and dried coupons. And the green coupons deflected less. They in fact did, by a substantial amount. I'll just throw out a number and say around 50%. And then here's the Beretta 1301. I think I called it a rifle a dozen times in the video. And of course it's a shotgun. And the initial pattern of the slugs is right here. It's fairly decent. And then one of the deflections hit right here. Another deflection hit right here, and another deflection hit down here. And so the slugs were doing kind of what I thought they would do, and that's they're hitting the coupons, that really soft, thin, basically soft, thin lead of the Foster slugs is deforming, and then those slugs go everywhere. So I'm sure you guys will correct me or jump in on that with your own thoughts. And then that gets us to the final target, and this is like deja vu all over again, because I had those 5 extra rounds that I just brought down here on a lark, and that was those were 5 hand loads with the Hornady 350 grain round nose bullets. And if you'll remember last week, after all was said and done, the best group we got, deflected group we got, was with the hand loads, 45-70 hand loads with 300 grain Hornady jacketed hollow points. Well, here's the target from today. And so here's our group, our initial 2-shot group down here, because we only had 5 of those hand loads. There's a 2-shot group to establish location, and then here are the 3 deflections. And so again, the jacketed hand loads in the 45-70 gave us the least deflection by a long shot. So those are the facts, ma'am. So now let's let this guy finish what he was going to say, because he was going to introduce the fun part of this video, and that is the quintessential brush gun. Now let's go set this guy up and see if we can get through some brush. There's the little dictator. He's all loaded and ready to go. We've got a really thick brush here in front of the quarry, and so we're going to light this guy up. And then we're going to back up. I'll see you guys in the next video.